the fact of the matter is that you have a business plan, and you described that business plan to me, and that business plan is now you're trying to implement that business plan off of a 2003 concessionary deal in the aftermath of the 9/11 attacks. You were given broad management prerogatives that you never had before by a bankruptcy judge, even though at the time you had billions of dollars in the bank. You just yourself said that you made $300 billion last year.
$3 billion.
Okay, so $3 billion. You've done this with all of the concessions that you grinded out of us through bankruptcy and through that concessionary deal, and even with that, you're still making $300 billion. So what is the desire on your part to increase that profitability?
Right.
You intend to execute work rules, scope changes that would allow you to increase dramatically off the $3 billion that you're making off the backs of your unionized workers. And that's never going to happen. Where I stand here to tell you in front of this whole room, in front of everybody, anybody who's listening, that you're not going to get what you want. And if this erupts into the bloodiest, ugliest battle that the United States labor movement ever saw, that's what's going to happen. You're already profitable enough. You compare your profit level to United, you compare it to Delta. Start thinking about your own workforce. Don't think about where you're at in terms of profitability and relative to other airlines in the industry. $3 billion, and you're looking for more concessions, and these concessions are off of our backs. That's simply not happening. And you said a very interesting point before about mediation, negotiation, and perhaps we'll get to a point where there's self-help. And I'll leave you with this. I don't intend to keep the microphone. If we ever get to a point where there's self-help, we are going to engage in absolutely vicious strike action against American Airlines, to the likes of which you've never seen, not organized by airline people, but organized by a guy that came out of the New York City subway system that's well inclined to strike power and who understands that the only way to challenge power is to aggressively take it to them. So I hope that we get to the point of release. I doubt that'll ever happen, but if we do, we're going to shut this place down because we're going to defend our members. We're going to defend future generations of workers that want to be employed, just in the way Victor suggested, our children, our grandchildren. Not all of us go to college. Not all of us become CEOs in the airline industry or CFOs or CSOs, whatever you are. We are going to preserve these jobs. And in order for you to accomplish your business plan, you're going to have to run over our scope protections, and we're not going to let it happen. So I think the quicker that you realize that and the quicker you get back to the bargaining table and have a serious conversation within the confines of the knowledge that I'm never going to sign a crappy agreement that actually sells everybody down the river, it's never going to happen. So I think that you need to take what everybody's here is saying very seriously, and every union person in this room is with me. You're making massive profits, and we're reeling. We're reeling. We're still suffering under a 2003 agreement and a bankruptcy agreement in 2012. You don't, simply put, I actually don't believe that we're miles apart. I believe we're a couple of inches apart and miles deep because of your entrenched belief that your business plan will eventually take effect if you can wear the union down. And you're not, it's not going to happen. We've been in fights with powerful people before, perhaps more powerful than you. You don't really look that powerful. You come off kind of like a nice guy, but your business plan betrays that nice guyness.
Okay.
You're looking to inflict major harm on our work groups, and we're not going to let it happen. I will say one thing. The fact that you actually have the chutzpah, to a New York word, a chutzpah to stand up here is impressive because I don't see a whole lot of other people doing that. And I wanted to take this opportunity to tell you to your face that you're not getting what you want. You can have all the articulate Ivy League written business plans that you want, but they don't amount to a hill of beans. You're not getting what you want from us, and the quicker you come to that realization and send your folks to the bargaining table to bargain in good faith that protects the scope language that we have, then you'll get a contract. But you're not going to get a contract, and all you're going to get is a bloodying of your brand if you continue going the way you're going.
The concern that all of us here have, and I speak for everybody in the room, I know this, that we want American Airlines, above all, to succeed now and into the future. We have 90 some odd years of history, and I want another 90 years of history. I want the men and women and people of American Airlines to be able to recommend this company to their children, to their relatives, to come here and work. I will tell you this, that anybody that seeks to destroy American Airlines, that is not going to be productive. It just won't. We have to be able to work together to see the views of both sides. And believe me, I will send people back to the table. There is no problem with that. And I'll tell you what, the rhetoric that says, hey, we're going to go to battle, it's not who we can't live this way.
There's not one person in this room that doesn't want, not one unionized person that doesn't want American Airlines to be profitable.
Right.
But you made $3 billion last year. $3 billion with the current contracts in place, which means you continue forward with a high level of profitability. But that's just not good enough for you. You want to make more than $3 billion, and you don't want to do it off of your back. I don't see you giving away salary anytime soon, but you want to strip our ability to take care of our livelihoods and take care of our children.
John,
and when I talk about attacking American Airlines,
right.
Obviously that's talked about within the confines of a collective bargaining agreement. And what you said about concerted activity, that's all allegations on your part. That's all allegations. Yeah. There's a big chunk of management incompetence in that mix that you should really get to. Kind of, look in the mirror a little bit in terms of incompetence and how that's led to some of the problems that you're facing. But I will tell you this. Yeah. If it is that you're going to move to destroy us, we're going to fight back. And if that means bloody in American Airlines, then it means bloody in American Airlines. I don't understand. Your mentality is that you're going to attack us, but we're not going to attack back. That's not going to happen.
John.
You need to brace yourself for the consequences of trying to destroy our scope protections, our benefits, our pension. You need to prepare yourself and brace for that. We're not going to take it for much longer.
John,
it's not happening.
I'm trying to do something that's really difficult and bringing together two contracts, right, that are very different. We've got to figure out a way to do that. Neither of us can destroy each other.
Okay, and the way to do that is not to attack our scope, because if you attack our scope, you're going to get attacked right back.
John,
you can put all the rationales you want about doing work in Asia because you fly to Asia or fly to South America and do the work there and build your hangar in Brazil. You can do all of that you want. You're not going to beat us on the scope. You're not going to beat us.
All right.
And you're not the first guy. You're not wearing a suit, but you're not the first kind of smart Ivy League-ish guy that we've dealt with. And you're not the first one that we beat.
Okay.
And we're going to beat you.